Hello there. How we doing? So I am live, but there's always a delay. So I'm going to say hello a couple times. Hello. Happy December 23rd. Almost Christmas Eve. Woo-hoo. Oh, I have been wrapping presents all day long. That's what I've been doing all day long. And then I went, I've got to go and Christmasify myself and go and get into my art making mode because I got to hang out with my friends tonight. So, hello, friends. Happy Friday night right before Christmas. The last Friday night live for 2022. I can't even believe it. It's just crazy. I can't even believe it. So, hello, how are you? How are you, Patty? Hi, Julie. Simon, guess what I'm using tonight? Simon Hurley. Look, Lunar Pastes. That is funny that you're here, my sweet friend. This is going to go down. I even was playing with some embossing folders and, all the things. So very happy to have you here, Mr. Man. You know, I adore you. So look at Simon's in the house and he is amazing. If you don't know Simon Hurley, you need to know Simon Hurley because he is awesome. Not only creative, genius, sweet guy, but worth knowing just because he's all around awesome. So happy to have you here tonight. So many things. And Irene, are you here? Is Irene in the house? Because Irene, can I show you something? Do you remember I cleaned my stamp on a paper towel? Do you remember I cleaned it? Look what I did. I created a background with it, Irene, something I've promised you I would do forever. Glue stick, sewing machine, texture. We're talking about texture tonight. So is she here? I haven't seen you. I hope you're here, Irene. But hello, all the rest of my friends. We're having a snowstorm here. So fingers crossed, the power stays on. But if it just goes dark, you'll know why, that the power went out. So it is like 100-mile-an-hour winds or some craziness, snowing, blowing craziness. You're here. Hi, Irene. How are you? Hi, Yerlise. How are you? How are you all? Are you ready for the holidays? So sugar cookies have not happened yet in my house because wrapping gifts happened all day long, all day. And even now, Devin's old enough. I almost made her wrap her own gifts, but I didn't. But look, Irene, did you see this? So this is a paper towel that I cleaned that text stamp on. I just put it wet right on top of the dirty stamp, picked it up with a distress ink and went, ooh, that needs to be art. So I put it on the background here. My phone is plugged in, Lisa. We're good. It's plugged in. I only do that, and then it won't happen for a while. And then no guarantees it could happen again. But I did. I sewed the background for one of my cards using that paper towel. How fun is that? Natalie is busy baking stuff for tomorrow. It's your baby's birthday, so cake is about to go down. That is awesome. And I understand that, Dawn, you're having freezing cold temperatures in Florida. But I'm just excited that when I arrive there on Friday, it's supposed to be 28 degrees Celsius again. So thank you for enduring it now so that when I get there, it isn't like that. So thank you very much. But yeah, it's crazy weather here tonight. All around our area has lost power. Knock on wood, we haven't at this point. So like I said, I don't know what the connection is like for you guys tonight, but that is why it would be. You like my sweater? I have my Christmas Santa sweater on and my jingle earrings. So this will drive you crazy. And right above me is a party going on, right? I feel like Dolly Parton, right? 3 doors down, they're laughing and drinking and having a party. And I'm in the basement crafting with my friends. So that's what's happening. So it's loud up there. That's what's going on. Devin came down. She goes, are you going to be on there long? Because my friends want you to come and hang out with us. Because it's all the girls that she has been friends with since kindergarten, grade 1. And they're all home from school and stuff. So yeah, I feel like it's like I'm Dolly Parton tonight. They're 3 doors down. They're laughing and drinking and having a party. And 3 doors down, they're not aware that I'm around, but they know I'm down here. And be prepared. They'll probably come and get me. So tonight, oh my goodness. So you guys have been looking for, right, the finished tags. When I am done the ones from tonight, and I still have to finish number 12, because this is as far as number 12 is with the gel plate printing. But remember, I did it on vellum. Eek. So I still need to make a tag out of this one. So I will do that. Hi, Dawn. Oh, I thought I saw Dawn here. It wasn't Dawn. So it was Den. Hi, Den. Thought it was Dawn. I just looked up quickly. So it wasn't Dawn, but hello, Den. Let's see. What did I want to show you? Somebody had asked what the finished card looked like for this one. So this one I just finished right now, 5 minutes before I came on here. So that's number 3. And that is gel plate print, right? The gel plate print. And then I used the Vicky Bouton gold glaze through a stencil. But you could use what I'm going to use tonight, which is the Simon Hurley. Let me show you. Lunar Pastes. So this is something I'm going to be using a lot now that mine are discontinued. So we'll still use them because I know you guys have them in your stash. But if you don't have these, you can totally use my gold glaze. I do not have the color variations that Simon has, but I love them. And you know, I use all of the mixed media stuff. So it'll be fun to use those tonight. I'm very excited about it. And they are a little different. It's like the art crayons. If you're like, I have these art crayons. Do I need these art crayons? And I'm always like, yes, they all do different things. So you need all of the materials if you like to play the mixed media. So here is one tag from Wednesday night where we used the free cut file and we did some inking and stamping. So that is my tag number 4 that I just used the background. Remember that I layered the stencil or the die cut to use as a stencil. So see underneath. You're such a weirdo. Rich is popping his head in because he wants to say hi to his friends.
Yeah. Put up my card again.
No, just say hi to your friends and leave me to do the work.
Put my sticker up again.
I have to do this or he won't leave us alone. So hello from Sidecar Rich is in the house with his toupee.
I got my hair cut. It doesn't look like that.
No, it doesn't look like that anymore. He's such a dingbat. They're all saying hi, Rich. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't done. But
okay, you can. All right, hon. The man is a handful, but I love him. And then this is the other tag that I created from the things, remember? And I forgot to plug my phone in. So if you didn't watch on Wednesday, you get a little surprise at the end when all of a sudden you just get a really bad side angle of me because I forgot to plug my phone in and it went dead. So, but isn't that pretty? Lots of distressing, some stamping, and it's all on another one of the gel plate prints. So I wanted you guys to see those gel plate prints. Look at the magic is in the making with those. Like, I don't even care if I ever use them. I just love the process of trying different things and trying different techniques with my gel plate and ghost printing all day long. But what's nice is you have a whole stack of your own pattern papers when they're done. And even the sheets that you just clean off, right? Even the sheets that you just clean off. Like Karen, my friend Karen Dunbrook, who's an amazing card maker and loves to use a gel plate. She will do lots of different cards just using the sheet that she cleans her rollers and her stencils on. So love it. So that was number 9. So I will share all of them. I have number 5 and number 8 that we're going to do tonight. And then I need to finish number 12 because I haven't done it. And then I will share all of the finished cards because I know some of you are doing, excuse me, I got to get a drink again tonight. I didn't do that. Some kind of version of this 12 days of tags or whatever you're doing, which I just had this little sleigh that I saw my friend Paige did something like this, I think last year. And I went and got the sleigh, but didn't use it till this year. So some of you guys are going to ask where I got it from. It was Target Dollar Spot, but last year. So anything, a box, anything you could use. Where can I find a script stamp like the one you used? Check Hero Arts, because the one I use is Hero Arts, but I'll do a little search for you guys. I'll do a little search for you, but stamps that I feel everyone needs to have in their stash are a couple of different script stamps. and book paper stamps and polka dots, like just great background stamps. And a lot of us, because like everything, crafting changes, right? So some of those things are super popular and then they aren't so popular. So they're harder to find, but I feel like it's a staple. It will always come back around. So definitely we'll take a look for different ones that I can add here. I haven't done, like normally I ask Nat to help with the share sale links and everything, but it's just been a lot and I don't want to bother her. It's Christmas time. So I didn't add any tonight, but I will make sure they get up there. But so excited for tonight. We are going to do some using our, oh my goodness, embossing folders. So I just grabbed, this one was one, do you remember? One of my collections came out with embossing folders. So I used this one. And then I grabbed this Tim Holtz one that looks like a French script stamp. And then I have this one that I don't even know who made it. But like I said, I just grab these kind of things when I go to stamp stores and that script. Remember, I love it. I have a music note one that might be an old Sizzix one. I don't know. But these are things, right? That when you go on, say, Facebook Marketplace, or you go to secondhand stores that have bags of craft things, by the punches, by the stamps, by the embossing folders, they will never do you wrong, right? They'll never do you dirty. These things are just things that you need to have in your creative toolbox. I really believe that. How's my eye doing? Better, thank you. When I talked to you guys on Wednesday, my entire lips peeled off like it looked terrible. And then both eyes, I can't wear any makeup right now. I just have to keep putting the lotion on, but it's this weather. I walk out 5 minutes in the cold and I have a terrible eczema. Or eczema for my friends in the UK. But anyway, so for tonight, I am going to share different things. Do you remember I talked to you guys and I said in the bonus class I did for my evergreen and holly, I created these trees out of the little strips off the top of your paper, and I just sewed on it tonight. So I will finish that layout and be sharing it. I sewed on my used paper towel as a texture background. We'll talk about that when I flip the camera tonight. Have you tried Aquaphor or Cetaphil? Yes, it's really bad, Dawn. Most things burn my skin. So even stuff that is made for that. So my friend Shamel, when I was in England in the summer, I got a really bad case of it. I find if I go places that are super dry, for some reason, I have super sensitive skin. I can never have a facial or anything. Like my skin just is incredibly sensitive. So she gave me some kind of little container. I'll have to ask Shamel what it was, but I said to her, I have eczema. Can we go to a pharmacy or a druggist and find something? And she said, oh, we get it here. I'll bring you something. So whatever's in that bottle is what I've been using, and it feels better. So it's not as crusty as it was, and it isn't burning anymore, but yeah. Okay, going to catch up on all these lives next week. Definitely, Joanne. I have to say, the 6 lives that I have done, this is number 6, as our holiday party. This is our Christmas party and our farewell to 2022. I almost said 2023. I almost skipped a year ahead. Have been a lot of fun. And even though they go long, because you're watching me do the whole process, I find the content is not overwhelming, if that makes sense. So even though they're live, so sometimes they're 2 hours, 3 hours, an hour, you can fast forward when it's not live and watch all the information, and definitely turn these into cards, into scrapbook pages, make the tags like I'm doing, put them in a mini book, in your art journal. They are basic techniques that can be used multiple ways. So it's very exciting. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera around. And do you have any questions too? Let me know, because here, beep, I'm going to get a drink. Okay, friends, because I don't want to cough on you. But be prepared. They're all up there. It's very loud in my house because the whole family is here. So, and all their friends. And I was like, yeah, well, I'm not changing my plans because I like to hang out with my friends and craft. And this is my happy place, right? So that is for Irene. This is something we've talked about, and it is in my book. Do you remember? I need to do another one, but one of the things that I've done in my past, there's stuff on the floor, so I'm kicking it, is I wrote this book, which is Creative Foundations, because I've been doing mixed media pretty much, I think, my whole crafting career. It has been a part of what I'm doing. We just didn't really differentiate. Do you know what I mean? Like, it used to be pretty much scrapbooking and even card making was, we just crafted. It was more of a pretty inclusive of all of the things. In the early paper crafting days, I feel card making was like pretty strong before us paper crafters came along. But remember, I started with the birth of my son. I have always done art, and I draw and mural paint and do all of the things. But I found paper crafting, photo-based, when my son was born. And then I just started tying all of my art in. So let's look quickly, because this is, it's our Christmas party. So we're just hanging out, having your beverage of choice. And Vicky's going to talk about some of the stuff that I forget what year this book was published in. But I feel like it's time for a new one, don't you? I feel like it's time for me to do a new technique idea book. So let me tell you, what year was this in? They're very loud upstairs, so I apologize, but not really. 2011. 2011. So just so you guys see, these things have been going on. I've been doing, look at bubble wrap. I've been doing this stuff for freaking ever, right? So I have to crayon resist. We should revisit this. I should do some of these masked backgrounds. So the paper tearing, 2011. Isn't there a song? Back in 2011. Did I make that up? Look at faux gel plate printing, monoprint. Look at me. Haven't aged a day, have I? So yeah, look at all of this stuff. It's been going on forever. Smooshing, wax paper resist. We should actually revisit some of these techniques, I think, don't you? But I want to show you, this is for Irene. Somewhere in here is paper towel art, I think. But frottage, gesso, look at, oh my goodness. She's 19 now, the year I retired. So yeah, it's been around. Tie-dye markers, where we use markers, wet it. So we should revisit some of this stuff again, because it's fun. Look at tinfoil. So maybe that'll be a fun thing. Look at dryer sheets, used dryer sheets. So we are going to have to do some of this stuff. This, using craft foam to create stamps. And I have to show you something that has been sitting here that we need to talk about from my scrapbook.com class. We need to visit that, creating stamps with craft foam. But yeah, I just wanted to share that as we're talking. And then lots of friends that joined in here. I think Jennifer McGuire is actually in here too. But yeah, isn't that fun? So been doing, look at paper towel art, Irene. It's been around. I've been doing it for a while, right? So we need to bring some of this stuff back. I feel like we need to revisit some of this stuff. Don't you agree? Going to have to get that book. Well, search for it for sure, right? And you might even be able to get a digital copy if you can't get, because I don't even know if Northlight is even in business anymore. But I feel like it's time. 2011. We need a comeback, right? I need to do another one. So I just threw it on the floor. So with that being said, tonight's focus is texture and layering. So Simon sent these to me, the whole set, from our friends at Ranger, and I haven't had a chance to use them. So when I was trying to put something together for tonight, I'm like, you know what? Let's do this as a great thing for texture. And I love them, and I love Simon. So we're totally going to do something with these tonight. Embossing folders. And then one of my backgrounds, so one of my envelopes is going to be created out of this piece that I created using that paper towel. If you recall on Wednesday, one of the last things I did was clean my stamp. And all I did was mist it with water and I laid a paper towel on top and then inadvertently picked it up and went, oh my goodness, look at this, Irene. We need to make something with this. So I sewed like a crazy woman all over the back of it. And this will be a base for one of my cards. So I'm going to do one that is the full-on technique where we are going to ink up our folder with distress ink and we're going to run it through the embossing folder. And then we are going to highlight these with some Lunar Paste, and that will be a base for layering elements. And then we're going to do a couple other ones where we do different techniques. And then I'm going to die cut those with stars or something to make my second, right? You do need the paste. I would have to agree. I love them. I love the colors. And you guys know what my favorite is if you've been around here. And I'm going to start carrying all of them in my store because I'm going to be using all of this stuff. I'm going to get Simon's inks, and between him and Tim and Dina and Diane, be using all the Ranger stuff because I am a huge Ranger fan. And then I just find that it's easy for you guys to find it when you're playing along. So my favorite color that I think Simon made just for me is called Prom Queen. It's Prom Queen or Vicky Barbie Booten. Right? I love this color. It is absolutely gorgeous and can't use it tonight, but this will be in our future when we start doing our mixed media, right? But yes, I have. See, this has been sitting here waiting to be used, this deliciousness of color. And I'm sure Simon will be coming out with new colors and I will be adding them to my whole set of Lunar Paste, but very excited for this. So tonight, for sure, I'm going to use the gold, which is called Slippery When Wet. I will use this one because I think that that is very Christmassy. And I may use, because I think this will be very beautiful, is Game Over. Game Over and Slippery When Wet. I grabbed Bee Sting and maybe we'll try some maybe Bee Sting. I love it. New colors coming. You know I want them all, Simon. I love it. So very excited. So some of you guys will say, I don't have these, but I have your gold glaze. Can I use it? Sure, give it a try. There will be different things that are different consistency and different properties, but it is a metallic paste. I don't have the range of colors, but like you know that's discontinued. So I need to find things, right, to promote that you can find. And like always, I love to support my crafty friends. So we're going to use these tonight. So with that being said, let's get right into it. How are we all doing tonight? Love the names. Well, yeah, it is fun, right? I love the names too. So much fun. So for embossing folders, I don't care which one you use. I want to let you know though, when these were, I bought them all from American Crafts. So I will be adding these to my store in the new year. This is one and a floral. When American Crafts said, hey, do you want to put an embossing folder in your collection? And I got one set of two. Maybe we'll add some more because I do think they're fun. I would like longer ones. I wish they'd make, right? So you could do, so if you wanted to do a 12 by 12 page, at least you could do like a 6 by 12. So I think a longer embossing folder would be really fun, right? You got it, Natalie? I might have like a couple. I think I have a case of those books left. I think I have a case left, but right, it's one of those that once they're gone, they're gone. So, okay, I do wish you do more with the embossing folders, and I will. That's what I just said. We're going to be using them because I have a whole whack of them in my storage area that I still have to get up on vickybooten.com. Okay, let's do the things. So what I've prepared for tonight is a base. Like this is a base that I'll cut my card from. It's ready to go. And then I created two bases. Created some 4x6 4x6 pieces because they will fit beautifully in the embossing folder. And I have a longer one if I want to emboss a couple different patterns on here so that I can die cut them. Because, right, one I'm going to use as a full background, and the other one I'm going to create a textured background with the same technique, but we're going to then cut it out, so level up the whole technique. Hi, Elaine, how are you? Okay, one of the tips is I'm going to have my water sprayer handy, because when I'm putting a paper like foundations through, it's very thick and I don't want to break the fibers in the paper. So I find if you missed your paper before you put it through your embossing folder, then you can prevent some of the tearing that sometimes happens. But I love this pattern. And because I know a lot of you guys have this folder, I thought it'd be a fun one to use, right? So you guys can decide what you want to do, which folder, if you have an embossing folder. If not, you could just use a stencil and create some texture. So the first step, you could do the inking and then you could create some texture, whatever you want to do, okay? The background on my pieces are going to be a bluish color because that's what I have been doing. My color palette has been red, blue, yellow, and green for all of my tags. So I'm just going to keep that up. Okay. Okay. So what are we going to do? So with this, and my fake nails don't make it easy. Hear the loudness up there of the crazy 19-year-olds? Yeah, that's what happens. So just know, welcome to the Booten house. Feliz Navidad, Irma. Feliz Navidad. Yes, are you guys ready? Who has done all their baking, all of their gift wrapping, all of the things? Who has got all of it done? I have not. So what I'm going to do, friends, is I'm going to ink the negative side. So these are all little divots, right? I'm going to put the ink on the side that the little circles are divots. Okay, because I want the area around the raised bits to have some inking. So all I'm going to do with this is just rub my distress ink pad over that lightly. And then we are going to run it through the die cut machine. Sorry, that's what you guys are going to get. Vicky is exhausted. It has been a very long 2022. I have to say, right? So I am going to mist my paper just to get it wet. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. Devin brought me down paper towels, but I would like it to be damp when it goes through the embossing folder. Okay. And now I am going to ink this side of the embossing folder, and not the whole thing. I don't want ink everywhere. I just kind of want a fun little bit of ink, maybe heavier on one side, lighter on the other. And the color I'm using is Evergreen Bough. So I'm going to put this damp paper like this. So it should also help with my, I might missed it again, just because I'm putting the distress ink on there, right? So I'm going to line that up. I'm going to shut my embossing folder. Okay, and whatever we get, we get. And now let's grab my Sizzix machine. They're so loud, and they left the door open. So I apologize if you're like, what is going on at Vicky's house tonight? Yeah, that's what's going on. Crazies. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. So sorry, it will jiggle the camera, right? Because I got to go through. Shaky. Shake it, shake it. And I might go back and forth. And I can see it's not fully on the plate. So just a second. I'm going to readjust. Doot, doot, and put it back through. Oh my goodness, Mom, will you message Devin and tell her to shut the door up there because they're loud, which I get it. They're having fun, but holy man. You can only hear me, so no worries. Thank you. So I'm going to put it through a second time just to make sure we got lots of ink coverage. Okay. Let's see the reveal. Very pretty. Okay. So now we have the raised bits, but with some of the distress ink on the background. So I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to do another one with a bluer ink, okay? Oh, you will hear them soon because they're loud. Crazy girls. So let's pick, what other blue? Do you guys remember what else I used? I think it was... I have stuff all over the back of my desk, so just like, oh, speckled egg. This is the other one I want to use, okay? Speckled egg. Watching from Texas, is it freezing cold where you are? Because I heard that it was really cold in Texas too. So let's do another one with, I'm going to do that long strip, right? So I'm going to create a couple different patterns with, let's do the speckled egg. And I'm going to do some on here, right? Missed my sheet again. Yes, it's so cold. And I laugh, what you guys think is cold is like, we'll wear shorts here, just so you know. So you guys think it's cold, but we would wear shorts. So I misted this a little bit, okay? I'm going to sandwich the side of it. I'm not doing the whole thing though, because I want to do a couple different patterns on here, okay? Now, what color did I use? Speckled egg. Speckled egg. Sandwich. Put that through, and then I will do another color. Watching from San Diego. It's been in the 70s. You wish it was much cooler. Yeah, what is cold for you guys in Texas? Because just so you know here, I think like it's frigid. Here we have like really high winds. The snow's blowing all over. And I think it is like -7 or something degrees Celsius. My mother will know if she's on here. She'll tell you. She'll knows the weather. So there is one with the circle pattern. What else would be fun? I think the script will be fun. Let's do the script. And I might do, again, with the script, I might go in with the evergreen bough. Oh, see, I'm going to have to cut the paper, though, because every embossing folder is different, right? So let me cut that off. So what do you need to do? If you're doing, like I'm doing 12 tags of the holidays, right? So I need one background that will be a full base for one of my tags. And then I want one that I can die cut from. Okay, so that's why I am doing this in multiple patterns. So let's go in here now. I'm going to go back in again with speckled egg. Very lightly, just going to add some ink. Again, to the negative side, I guess you would call. Where's that paper? Yeah, Vancouver's been hit. Yeah, it has been terrible in Vancouver, hasn't it? Put it on like this. Press that in. I don't know if I put enough ink on, but we shall soon see. Yeah, now that song is in my head now, right? Back in 2011. Here in Waterloo with the wind chill, it feels like minus 26. It could be the same here. Oh, sorry. It is not easy to get through. So I might roll the next one off camera. Okay, friends? Because that is crazy. Oh, get your pipes working. Oh, I love it. But there wasn't a lot of water on the paper, so guess what else we can do then? We'll blend that ink out a little bit like that. And then I'll dry it before I do the next step. Okay. And we have Muse. Oh, look at this one. Right? That could be pretty. So let's do some evergreen bough on that one. I will mist the paper a little bit more. You could mist your embossing folder too. But why I'm misting my paper is so that it doesn't tear. And I'm going to roll this one behind here, okay? I'm going to put it on my table behind me. So I'm doing the same thing, friends. It's just easier for me to get a better handle on it. So give me a second. Just doing it off camera. Because the angle is very weird doing it on camera, okay? Just a sec. Oh, much easier. Much easier. Okay, and here's the reveal. Oh, look how pretty that is. I love that. And let's do, what do I have left? I have 2 pieces left. Let's do this. Like, look at, I'm just going to use the strips that I have. I have this lovely Alterations by Tim that has all of these words on it. Let's do that in speckled egg. Okay, missed my paper again. Wipe it off so it's not soaking wet. Oop. And then I'm going to do this off screen again, okay? I'm just going to roll that through. Oh my goodness, it's hot down here. Having the sweater on, I'm telling you, friends. You guys are all complaining, right, about how cold it is where you are, and I'm like on fire. Devin has been walking around with a cold all week, and it makes me wonder. I'm like, am I picking something up? Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. Okay, so we have this. I don't love this one. I might do it again. Paper wasn't wet enough. Do we want the script? I have music notes. Let's do this one. How about in a light green too? Let's do one green one. I'm going to do it in Shabby Shutters. Oh, I think somebody fell off their chair up there. Crazies. Yeah, I wonder how are our friends in Australia, right? I think that it would, didn't they have a cold snap lately? But it's summer there, so wondering what their temperatures are. But for my friends in Texas and Florida, what is cold? Like, What is cold for you guys? How cold do you guys get? What's funny is I went to Florida in my youth on Christmas one year and it snowed. It snowed while we were in Disney. And I'm like, what the actual heck? Are we coming from Ontario, Canada to snow? Let's see what we got there. There's some lines on this one, but still pretty, right? Music notes. So a couple different textures. Which one did I want to redo? I want to redo this one. Okay, friends, I think we could do a better job and then we'll move on to the next step. Move on to the next step. What color do we want it in? Let's go in. And I'm just going to grab any scrap piece that I have. Oh, music is on now. And I get it. It's Christmas. And I didn't want them to go out anywhere because it's a snowstorm. So I said, yeah, come to the house. It'll be so much fun. I'm just looking for a piece of foundations. Let me find something. This isn't foundations, but it'll work. It's just a 110 weight. Okay. Wipe that down. Just make sure the paper's damp. Okay. And this one, and we'll go on to the next step. If you guys are like, oh, when are we going to do the next part of this? It's going to be happening in a minute. I really am wetting that. Here we go. Last one. This really is like watching paint dry, right, friends? It's like, hurry up, Vicky. Okay, let's see. Oh, and it really makes the texture by wetting the paper a little bit. Really push that through. Okay, I'll clean these all up later because they are distress ink, so it'll be fine. And let's give these a little heat set. And the next step that you've been waiting for. So let me read something now. It's never been this cold in December in the history of record keeping. Where is that, Carrie? That's crazy. Anything below freezing is bad in Texas. Homes aren't built for the cold. Yes. So I knew that. That happened with my friend's pool. That all their pipes burst in the pool, right? Because it isn't made for that kind of cold, and the pipes burst. So I remember, because you did get like a cold snap, was it last year or the year before? Just let me plug this heat gun in. There we go. And we don't have to bake these like a cookie. Okay. Yeah. So I hope that it warms up for everybody, because that's no fun. So I'm just heat setting this a little bit just to get the water out. Anybody playing along tonight? Or you're like, nope, don't have the stuff out, or have to clean up because company's coming tomorrow. Because I know that's the case for a lot of us, right? Is if they're staying in your spare room or your craft room, when the grandkids come and all the rest, you're like, nope, I have to put it all away because I don't have time to clean up before tomorrow. Fun at Collingwood Spa. I think, is that the one I was at? Is that the Was that the spa that you go in the pools? Because I went to that one. I think that's where I was, Collingwood. Okay. I think we are okay. How charged is that's good. Okay. So now let's pull out some magic with the Lunar Pastes. So these ones, you could do lots of things. You could just do strips of them and sew the background. You could, I'm going to die cut stars out of them, I think, because I'm just kind of keeping the same couple of different techniques going throughout. So the more dimension in the folder, the easier it is to burnish. What we're going to do is like finger burnishing with a little bit of the Lunar Paste. So I'm going to do the same technique on all of them. One is going to be a full background that I'm going to put other embellishments on. And the other one is going to be die cut. Okay. You're finishing Christmas cards. I love it. Just finished. You're watching now. Then we'll play after cleaning up the kids' mess from gingerbread house making. I love that, Natalie. Just finished an oxide ink card class. Xmas cards for next year. I love that. That's fun, Carrie. Tired, laying in bed, watching. Yeah, all day cleaning. I know. I have to get up very early tomorrow morning to make, what am I making for? Because we celebrate Christmas Eve at my house, and I'm doing Christmas. And I have to get up and make spinach dip, meatballs. I bought a frozen lasagna this year because I'm like, I'm not doing all of it. I'm tired and I've done a lot this year and I really want to enjoy my family this year at Christmas. So I am totally okay with only making a few things. Anybody with me? Question: will your texture paste colors work, the metallic ones? Yes, just don't use very much on your finger, Irene, but they aren't going to have the same open time that these ones will. Okay, so just a little bit at a time. And let's do a tester. Okay, I'm going to do a tester on here because the first time that you're going to use them, right, you have to play with a product. So I wouldn't use it on your favorite background to start. So I'm going to open. Again, the colors that I'm using are Slippery When Wet. And I really want to use this one. Bee Sting. I was watching a meme today about saying that Netflix is really promoting, what is the movie we watched back in the day with, I think it was Macaulay Culkin was in it. And the little blonde girl. Do you know the one where he gets stung by the bees? What was that movie? So now it's making me think of that when My Girl, I think it was called. Yeah. Right? That made me think of that because I was just watching people talking about it. But it was good, but it was very sad, My Girl. I want to watch it again, though. Watching that little thing, I'm like, I need to watch that again. That movie was so freaking good, but so sad. And the meme was saying to millennials, what is it? Gen Z? Don't watch it. You're not emotionally prepared for it. Don't do it, right? And I was like, true facts. I totally forgot about that movie and that we thought it was like this friend movie. But think of all the movies that we watched back in our day that were like that. What was the other one with all the young kids and they on the train tracks or something like and Outsiders, and think of all the movies that we watched that were pretty freaking heavy, right? I'm watching while I wrap the last presents for the fam. I love that, Denise. I did that all day. Stand By Me. You knew exactly what I was talking about. Stand By Me. Stand By Me. The Outsiders, Rumblefish, like all those movies we watched. I think we were just a tough crew, man. Latchkey kids, pretty much raising ourselves where our parents were off working, right? And then you have those movies where they're like, don't watch it. Stay gold, Pony Boy. Oh my goodness, right? Do you remember? And that was one of my favorite movies, just so we know. Okay. So I'm snipping it. So this, look at how yummy delicious this color is. So when you go in, I'm going to actually take it off my lid, and I'm going to say that it's worthwhile to put it on your craft mat so that when you go to burnish your raised areas, you don't have too much product on here, because you really don't want a ton of product. But look at that. Woo! On your finger, because you will. So do you see how, like, I like to apply with one finger and rub with the other? So you're going to get some transfer because some of these raised areas aren't that high. So you could definitely do this with my gold glaze, Irene, if that's what you have on hand. Give it a try. It will work. See, and they don't have a ton of open time. It's not like the rub and buff, right? Because it's not a wax. So you just want to go in and, oh, I'm loving that. But look at that shine. Oh, Simon, these are so beautiful. Okay. So I like to have a very thin layer, because you can always go and build your color, but you can't, right? Once it's on there, you can't take it away. So we can always add, but you can't take away. Well, not with some things we can, right? With distress ink we could, but I want to get one layer on, and then I'll come in with the next color. But you can see that shine, right? Oh, Steel Magnolias. I love that movie too. So going to go on there. So I'm telling you, friends, if you are card makers, stampers, and you don't already know Simon, which I'd be surprised, I'm sure you guys all do, make sure he does so many reels and technique videos that you guys are going to want to check out. I'm actually going to. I am liking that. See where it's crossing over and just giving a little bit. I'm not going to fight it, because this embossing folder is not too raised. So I'm not going to fight that, because you could just go light. But I'm going to carry some of that into the open area too. Okay, just buff, buff. I'm going to deposit and rub, deposit and rub. So yeah, what I was saying is, definitely at some point while you're watching after this video, if you are not already following Simon on IG and here on the Facebooks, you want to do that. Okay. Like I said, and Simon and I love shoes. So what I love is that I don't only love his creative stuff, I feel like Simon and I could shop together too. Sorry if you guys are talking to me and I'm not looking up. Okay, and I'm going to carry some of that over because I'm loving the look of it on that inked background too. So let's make it a little bit more distressed. Okay, so this is all I'm going to do with all of these, is just be adding. So it sets up pretty fast, right? As you're going, that's done, right? Hi.
Is your live okay?
Yes. Riley's here. Say hi to everybody, Riley, and wish them Merry Christmas.
Hello, friends. Merry Christmas.
Oh, I love that.
I don't think they can hear me.
They can hear you. Where are you going?
I just came to check on you because it's craziness.
Is ensuing up there?
Yeah.
Did you go up and say hi to the girls? Because they'd be all excited to see you.
I said.
Yeah. All of Devin's friends like Riley. Right. It's Lunar Paste. Yeah, this is Lunar Paste. Okay. So look how pretty that is, friends. Love it. So I'm going to wipe my finger off. Rich went and got me some wipes, because if you guys were here, I ran out of wipes. Yeah, he left already, but he wanted to come say hi to my friends. But it's funny because, right, Devin's friends are all 19 and Riley's 21, and they all think he's cute. So, yeah, all the guys that are up there in my house are like, it's crazy up there. I'm like, of course it is. They have been wacko since they've been coming around forever. So I love that. That is going to be, we can punch out of that because remember, sometimes contain funk. This is going to be my full background. So I will do this later and share that. But let's go in. Let's see what the red looks like. So I'm going to do Bee Sting, the reds, Bee Sting, and Game Over. So I think because I really love this one, I'm going to try it on here. So and it cleans up nice and easy, right? Beautiful product, Simon. There's a guy named, stalking us here tonight. Just a second. What is going on? Did I miss something? Sorry if, sorry, let me take that block user. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting y'all guys boyfriends tonight. Didn't mean to, right? Happens. I fixed that. Every time you say game over, I think of arcade games. Yeah, like it's like, right? When we used to play, like, what was that? Centipede? And then, but my favorite would have been Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Although Simon is probably, his game over is a whole different games, right? Who is there? Somebody else wanting to be a boyfriend? Just leave the ladies alone. We're just here trying to craft. So this one is Game Over. Let's look at this. Is like Merlot. Like, look at that. Oh, that is a gorgeous color, Simon. So I'm just going to put that down. And then let's go over this. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to go in with 2 shades on this. Okay. So this is much easier to apply the color on because the pattern is tighter, if that makes sense, right? It's nice and close together. Simon, look at that. Oh, you're a lady. You just have a weird name. It's good. It's just for some reason, I've been getting a lot of boyfriends on the Facebooks lately, right? I always say to Rich, oh, you better watch it. A new boyfriend is reaching out to me in the DMs. Better be nice to me. Right? Now, let's go in with Bee Sting. Simon, I think this one is going to be a favorite of mine. So I'm going to build up with the 2 shades of red on this. I might even go in with a little bit of the gold too. So you see what I'm saying? Some embossing folders are going to be a little bit easier for application because you don't have the open areas. You have, it's like an equal amount of raised areas to debossed areas. So they'll be a little easier to do, right? What a color. So pretty, right? Yes, I will be stocking all of these in the new year because I think this is something you're going to be seeing me use a lot. Okay. Oh, there's craziness going on up there. Oh, look at that. Let's put a little bit of that in here, which was Slippery When Wet. Oh, look at that, friends. Loving it. Absolutely gorgeous, Simon Hurley. Look at that. I don't know. I hope that you guys can see that shine. It is stunning. Stunning. What is the brown paper? This paper is a craft mat, a Ranger craft mat, just because it'll wipe off, right? So I always will use this or the white one that I use sometimes from American Crafts as well. Between the 2 of them, I want to go back in with this a little bit. Just build your depth, right? Let that layer dry, and then you can go in and put a little bit more on there. Absolutely beautiful. I love this tonight, Simon. How nice is this? Oh my goodness. Look at, sorry friends, they're finding us tonight. Block user. Simon has 2 new colors of Lunar Paste that came out not long ago, I believe. What are the newest ones, Simon? If you're still here, I have a whole tray. If I don't have them all, I'll make sure I've got it all. It's so fun. So glad I was able to join in the comments. Me too, Simon. Is there a new color I don't have in here? Because I'll be putting an order in. Yeah, I'm loving it. This is going to be so much fun. And like I said, friends, I'm going to die cut these, right? I'm going to cut these out, which is the next thing we're going to do. But I want some more, I think, of the slippery when wet. I'm actually, to tone it down a little, you know what I'm doing? I'm just kind of putting it over all of that red a little bit. My poor husband must be up there like, what is going on? Crazies. Love it. It is, the consistency is pretty fluid, I'd have to say, which I'm really digging. So if you ask, like, it is fairly fluid. Let me show you with a palette knife. See that? It's like whipped. So it's not really super heavy. It's not waxy. It is, feels very water-based, and which I love, right? For uses. I will do a full, we'll do like a Lunar Paste study, okay? Where like different ways that I will use this product. That will be in the new year. That'll be one of our mixed media Wednesdays. We'll be using the Lunar Paste in a bunch of different ways, but I am absolutely loving that. And I'm sure that sparkle isn't even showing up, right? Yeah, to a thick lotion. Yes, what Simon said, like a thick lotion. It is. It's almost the consistency of this old lady's face cream, Simon. It is. So if you ask, like, comparatively to my glazes, it feels almost a little bit more fluid. Totally digging. So we're going to do some things, Simon. Be watching. I love playing with mediums in like 50 million different ways. So I'll be doing some things. But for tonight, let's keep it simple, right? Let's keep it simple. Oops, we're not done. Let's do these ones quickly. So this one, I use a whole bunch of colors. I want one now that's, we're just going to do in, we have 3, right? So this one I'm going to do with the slippery when wet. This one I'm going to do with bee sting. And this one we'll do first is going to be just with game over, which is the more like Merlot. It's a very beautiful red. And this one is a little bit more of a yellowy red. Love it. So let's go in. And don't forget, I'm die cutting this. So I'm going to embrace some of that too, right? So instead of fighting all the open area, let's just make some of it heavier and some of it lighter. And I'm going to try as well with my ink blending tool. Do, 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 do. I told my kids when we go on the cruise, if they play that Beyonce song, that we need to learn the TikTok dance, because their mother wants to do the TikTok dance for that Beyonce. What is it? Uncuffed, cuffed, something. Okay, just trying some different things here. Let's see if I just go along it. So you see, right? The open area stencils are a little bit harder to keep a flat surface when you're applying, but it will be okay. And I don't know if I'm a lover of the red and green, but We don't quit. We're just going to go with it. So they laughed because you want funny too. Devin told me that that wasn't a thing. That Beyonce song wasn't a thing on the TikToks. And I said, yes, it is. It is. People do the dance to that song. And she did not believe me. I said, you look it up. I feel like you are wrong. And I am right. Okay. So when we die cut this, it's going to be very pretty. So we have that one. Cuff It by Beyonce. Have you seen the dance? Do you know what I'm talking about? And she's like, that is not a thing. I'm like, yes, it is, Devin. And I will learn all of the TikTok dances on the TikToks. It's on the TikToks, I'm telling you. And I will learn all the dances and I will do the things when we go dancing on the cruise ship. Because, you know, they're not embarrassed by me at all. I've seen the dance. It's so fun. And I can do it. I can bust a move, in case you were wondering. I can bust a move. Okay, let's go in here. Oh, I love it. So they are so excited to be spending New Year's Eve with their mother and father dancing. I'm sure I will have photo proof, right? Photo proof. The cool mom or the crazy mom, right? Whatever way you look at it, Vicky is something special. Oh, I love this one. Okay. And then we're going to, right, where we have a whole solid background. And then we will have die cuts out of this, which when we contain the funk will be very fun. Carol can vogue and I can bust a move, right? You have to scrap that for sure. Is it too early to start talking about Greece? I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. And somebody had posted, like, is there a group page started? There is not, because I can't manage all of those group pages. So if I start one, I can tell you right now, I can't oversee it as well as it should be. So I don't start a new page for those things until we are closer to the travel date. So I'm going to put very little of this on my finger. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep my finger super flat. And then just hit some of those little raised areas. Like, I just feel like we just got to go for it. It's right. We'll just do that. And then I'm going to die cut some of these. Love it. Because I like to test things. What will happen? Oh, I like that. So I'm just softening that a little with some water and my baby wipe. So I can have like this little bit of an application around here that is a little softer. Okay. And then I will have to heat set this a little bit, but I like that. Okay. Woo. Now the wet will probably take some of the shine away, but it will work out just fine. My favorite out of all of them, because the style of the cut file or the embossing folder is this one, because it's 50-50 to raised to debossed, right? Question, can you do the new Wednesday dance? I need to learn it, right? Their crafting cruises. Yes, you should come play with me. Will you dance with me, Simon, on the crafting cruise? Like to dance. Okay, so one thing I want to do. So I'm going to you know, I love the Addams Family. I love the Addams Family. When it was black and white, I watched the Addams Family. I loved the movies. And my favorite ever pinball game was the Addams Family pinball games. We can learn all the TikTok dances. We should do that. I think people would love to see that. Don't you think, Simon? You and me can do the TikTok dances on the TikToks, right? On the TikToks. So we are going to see what happens here. And then this is the only one that I still need to add. I want this one just gold in the background. So circles, circle, trying to really contain it to the raised bits, just working a little bit at a time. I'm sure Simon would be like, okay, crazy lady. The Wednesday show was so good. It was so good that I binged the whole thing on one Sunday. I was just laying around because I needed a day of rest, and I binged the entire thing. And Rich is like, what are you watching? I'm like, I love this so much that I just binged the entire season. And now that's the whole problem with that, right? It's like, I need more. Bring me more. But I also love the lady who is like the headmaster, because she was on Game of Thrones, wasn't she? Is that the show she was in, Game of Thrones? And I have to say, I really love that actress. So tell me if you guys know what I'm talking about. The new Netflix show Wednesday is very good. I really liked it. I loved it, right? I love the dance. So cute. And I love that when they talk about it with the actress who plays the Wednesday character, that they said, the director said dance. And I think maybe I'm like, it's not true, because not everything on the interwebs is true, but just came up with that, right? But maybe it isn't. Maybe it's choreographed. That could be all a lie. That could be internet lies. But loved it. I think the show was great. I love the costumes. I loved all the characters. You're right. She was on Game of Thrones, right? So I want her to be on more episodes because I really enjoyed her. That woman, I would like to know how tall she is. I think she is for sure 6 feet. Okay, this is going to be the background for my base on the one card, and I'm going to add some to the edges, like around, right? Because it does carry, because there's not, it's hard to keep it just on those raised bits. So let's make it like I meant to do it. I love Christina Ricci's in it too, right? Yeah, she's 6'3". I love that. I want to meet that lady. And then did you guys watch White Lotus? I forget what the lady is. The same one that was in the American Pie movies. What's her name? I started following her now on Instagram, but absolutely freaking love her. Is it Jennifer something? So, oh, I love that, Simon, so much. It's so beautiful. Yes, White Lotus is so crazy. This show was the first time she got to wear makeup on her character. Oh, and she's beautiful, though, isn't she? What is the actress's name that played the headmaster and that was in Game of Thrones? And I want to know what nationality she is. She's beautiful though, but really, really enjoyed her character. Okay, just building a little bit on here. Oh my goodness, Simon. I love this color. I love this product, friend. So thank you very much for sending me these samples to use. And I apologize it took me so long because you must have been like, wow, lady, what the what? Gwendolyn Christie, watching The Glass Onion now. Oh, don't tell me. Is she in that too? But I can't wait to watch that because I loved Knives Out. So don't tell me. We're saving that. That's going to be over the holiday. Rich and I are going to watch. Oh, look it. I forgot one. You know what? Because it's going to be fun. I'm going to color that. Only one raised dot in another color. Do I want to? No, I might not. I don't want to wreck it. Okay, so let's die cut some shapes and you will see what I'm talking about. So friends, too, do not forget on my Facebook artist page to go and make sure that you have entered in the 6 different giveaways I'm going to have posted. The giveaway for tonight is a $200 Canadian gift card to vickybooten.com that you could, if you wanted to, participate in the print shop weekend event. So that was kind of what the purpose of me doing that, but it will be on there, right? I love them, Simon. Yep, $200. And then if you comment after the video is done on the regular comment section, you get a second chance to be added into the giveaway. And I will be drawing those, I believe, on the 27th and announcing on the 28th. And the winners will be announced in the description of each one of the giveaways, okay? She's English, is she? Oh my goodness. And you guys didn't, you'll have to see. That's only one giveaway. The giveaway from Wednesday was Vicky's favorite things. And there is a purse and earrings in that one. And a chocolate bar with a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay. So now what my thoughts were, right? Remember this background? Got to clean up. So I said I wasn't going to be on here long, but you know I'm a liar. So let's show you the base. So if you were not familiar, I've been creating all of my bases for my, from the pocket punch board for my designs from the pocket punch board. So you put it in here like this and you cut like that. And like this. And like this. And like this. Ooh, wow. I positioned that. I didn't even cut through any of the paper towels, so that worked out well. So this will be the base, right, of one of my cards for texture is using used paper towels and sewing on them for a quilting effect instead of throwing them in the garbage, right? So when these are punched out, right, that will be when I fold the card will be the front, and then I'm going to die cut these and then they'll be layered on top with some embellishments, right? Oh, I love that one. It's going to be so much fun on there. And then this one is going to go on its own card. Is your Facebook the same as a community page? No, it is my Facebook artist page because it is just the public page. So I figured more people would see it than on my group page because I don't know what I have followers. There are a lot of followers on the Vicky Booten artist page on Facebook that are not in my private group page. So I put the giveaway there. See you later, Pamela. Merry Christmas, friends, and I shall see you in January. Okay, I might pop on, but I am going on vacation and I need a break. So I will happily be ready for you guys in the new year. I am going to send out a newsletter though, friends. So if you have not signed up for my newsletter, make sure that you do that because you're going to want the information for the print shop weekend. Okay. So I might open the group page prior to leaving earlier than I said I would, just so you guys can find the information. But see, this is going to be the one that this card is going to go on top of. How pretty is that going to be? Contained funk, right? Contained funk. So what you do now, right, is you go in and you just create. But I have to kind of play with these because they're slightly wider than the slightly wider than my little sled is. So I have to go on here and I just kind of set up the pattern and then I fix it on my the well of my trimmer, right? Because it is not exactly the width that I need. But at least if I put those lines on, I have a guide and then I just go and kind of manipulate it on my trimmer. So let me show you what these are going to look like when we cut shapes out of it. So you could punch them out if you don't have dies. You could punch them out, right, with a paper punch, or you can cut them out. Vicki has shared about print shop. So this is the print shop album. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I have not glued my cover down, but this is what we're going to be making in January. It is an interactive album using print shop. It is going to be a lot of fun. We're doing this. We're going to do cards and we are going to do layouts as well. So just to give you an idea, for some of these pages are pockets, right? And then we have little flips and flaps. Pocket. These are still available on vickybooten.com. I will be doing one more shipment of them prior to going away. So it will go out around the probably 27th or 28th. And then anybody who orders in the new year, they'll ship out the week of the 8th. But it's going to be so much fun. Look at this one. Have a little slider, right? Waterfall flap, and it's a top flap as well. So this is the print shop album that is still for sale. I have a couple of kits left. There were a lot of orders. So once they're gone, they're gone. I will not be reordering. A lot of these papers are sold out. You can't get them. My favorite paper ever is this one. Can you see it? With pencils. I need a case of it. Look at that. I love it. See with the pencils? Oh, I love it. So you can still get them on vickybooten.com. Like I said, I will do a shipment next week. And then once I get back, the class is the last weekend in January, but there will be some prep classes to do some of the interactive bits and some of the cutting ahead of time. It's going to be so much fun. So let's grab that die cut machine. And let me show you what some of these are going to look like as contained funk. Meaning when you put it in a shape, it quiets all of this if this makes you twitch. Because some of you, the mixed media stuff, you look at and go, oh, that's too messy for me. But I'm like, we can show you ways that you can use it and still fit your style. So let me grab my star dies. I thought I had put them over there, but I did not. So just 1 second here, friends. I want to see if I can find the smaller ones. I'm just grabbing my dies. All of them are so big, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay. Where are you going on holiday? I am going on a cruise with the whole family. And we're going to be celebrating New Year's. So that's going to be awesome. Together on a big floating island. When will the next gel plate class? I have to plan it. I'm going to do a lot of planning while I'm away, Karen. By the way, headmistress is a mere 6'3" tall. I know she's tall and gorgeous. But yes, there will be a gel plate too, Karen. And I think we need to do your denim technique in that one. I love it. I love using anything that will create a pattern on gel plate, right? Just stunning. That one was just absolutely gorgeous, friend. So I love this one. So let's pick where we want to cut from. I would really like to get as much of that number, but maybe not. I don't think I can get it in there. So let's decide what we're going to cut from. So I'm going to do one right here. Love it. Can we do another one while we're at it? But remember, always keeping in mind that we could use these for two different things. Make sure you leave enough space around. So if you wanted to make a shaker out of this after, you could. Okay. Oh, guess what? I forgot to put my plate on here. 1 second. But I have my magic mat. Let's use that. Yeah, that was the best thing ever, Karen. Karen has sent me lots of cards and amazing. She is just an amazing card maker and very generous as well. She sends me cards and Vicky, you're having trouble tonight. Oh, I know. Oh. Second. This is a different die cut machine than I normally use, and I forget to do the things. Okay, here we go. I think. Feels like it cut. But the magic mat always. Did I cut through? I hope so. I did. Whew. Look at now. Contained funk. I'm telling you, it just changes the whole dynamic of the mixed media. To do your pattern and then die cut them, right? It really does change the whole look. Can I get one more out of there? I'm going to try. You're welcome, Lise. Do you see what I'm saying, friends? That makes it so much fun, right? So when we pop these on that textured background, and I'll probably do some solid ones as well, or even ink the edges just to give them a little bit more contrast. Love that. let's see with this one here. See the stuff? Oop, I don't think I went deep enough, did I? I didn't go all the way through. Let's just make sure, because that would be no fun to lift it off and then realize you didn't actually cut right through it. There we go. Oh, I love them. I love that, making your own embellishments, right? Love, love, love. So you could have done these on black too. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful? So one more. Let's cut one out of this. Or this, actually. I want the big dots for contrast with the little words. Love this too. Sorry, these fake fingernails, right? I have a hard time picking up the stuff when it's on my craft mat. So I'm just trying to pick an area that I get a lot of that yummy, yummy, yummy. Got to remember the color names, right? Slippery when wet. Love that. Okay, there. That looks good. Let's go with it. I cheat. Make sure I'm actually on the mat. Okay. Let's see. I hope so too, Lori, right? We buy all of the things and then we forget to use the things, right? So hopefully, oh, I love that so much. I love that. And look at where embracing that. Maybe it wasn't perfectly placed, but it just has this beautiful look. And look at that with all the gold on here. Love that. Going to cut one more because what did I say? I love it. Actually, I might not. This smaller. Yeah. Look at if I can get it in deep enough. Because my star dies don't go as small. So I want something a little bit smaller. Punch a couple. Okay, let me show you now where this will go, because a lot of it, right, you guys see this and then I go, okay, see you later, and finish it off camera because I talk for so freaking long. I'm going to do one out of here too. Look at that. That I talk so much that we run out of time. Oh, I love it. One more. Well, I'm going to save it because I have a smaller circle or star punch. So I want to do some smaller ones too out of these. Let's move this. And let's have chitty chat times while I show you now when I add these on here, right? Hello, Kim. How are you? Sip, flip, sip, sip. I love it. Question. What is the name of the board you are making all your 12-day pockets from? The paper is Foundations paper. My paper with American Crafts, the one that has the rainbow on the front of it. Is that what you meant? Is that what you meant? it's all Foundations paper. Pretty much anytime you see me make or use anything, it's from Foundations. So I want to show you quickly. Which one do you want? Well, let's do this one. Okay, so just let me figure out where I just put my scoreboard. And I'm going to work on this. And you can hang out for as long as you like. If you're done for, excuse me, for tonight, because you're like, I have so much that I have to work on for tomorrow with the holidays that I have to say goodbye, then thank you for joining me tonight. If you are hanging around, thank you for hanging around. But I'm going to work on this just a little bit longer before I sign off for the night. So if you are checking out, friends, don't forget the giveaways on my Facebook artist page, because I think they're good ones. I think that it's worth taking the time. The machine that I'm using, the die cutting machine, is a Sizzix Big Shot, I think is what it's called, right? Hello, Michelle. How are you? It's already Christmas Eve in New Zealand, right? She needs to clean her house and wrap the presents. Michelle, I thought I would be able to wrap presents today and make cookies. All I did all day long was wrap presents. And if this is called the pocket punch board, if this is what you were referring to. And now I don't know where I put the scoring tool. Did you see it? Can you help me find it? I also grabbed this die that I'm going to punch one of those patterns from, because I want to see what this greenery die is going to look like later. And now I just need to find that turquoise scoring tool that was just in my hand. But the mess that I make, it could be anywhere. Do you ever find that you literally have something in your hand and 5 minutes later you're like, I have no clue where I put that? Who out there is a really tidy crafter? I am not putting my hand in the air, because when I get working, the stuff is everywhere. And that's where I'm at right now. Everywhere. Are you a tidy? Over and out. See you later, Kim. It's in front of the Lunar Paste. Where? Not this. The scoring tool. The little bone folder. Do you see it? Am I missing it? Because it wouldn't be the first time that it's literally right in front of me and I don't see it. I just had it. It's with the pink. I don't see it. Sometimes I have check under the craft mat. No, it is not. I had it in my hand and now I don't know where, but I found another one. Look at, steal this one. Steal that one. So I want you to see when I fold this one. So remember, I told you guys that I have to cheat a little bit, because the what the score dimensions are on here are not exactly what I'm using in my book. So I have to go and cheat. So I get this just so I have a starting point. And then I will put it on the well of my trimmer, and I need to make it a little bit narrower. I was checking to see if, oh, did I put it away? I didn't. That's funny. That was a funny story. If I went to check to see if I actually put it away, and that is funny. Because who's like that? Do you put your stuff away as you're working with it? I'm sure some of you do. Some of you are probably much neater crafter than I am. I am not. I am after. I have to say, like, I always call my mom when I get off of my lives, because I like to talk to Sheila. And I will clean up while I'm talking to her. So I will get off of the live, and I like to put stuff back where it needs to be. And I actually came down here this morning prior to starting my gift wrapping, and was cleaning up down here because I'm like, I need to write instructions for the print shop. So I think I better get everything where it needs to be. Okay, one more score just to make sure it is. I'm going to go in. And the only reason I do this, remember, is the width of my sleigh. I have to make sure it'll fit. And then I want to make sure these ones are straight. So I'll do that. And again, did anyone do any embossing folder stuff tonight? So see, now I'm going to fold it and make my pocket. And I have to be a little careful, right? Because I'm burnishing over paper towel. So it is a little bit more delicate, right? Merry Christmas to you, Leah. Thank you so much for joining me throughout the year. Normally, you know, I would be here on New Year's Eve because we usually craft together, but I will be floating on a big ship, hopefully with warmer weather. So I won't be here until the new year. Okay, so look at how fun is that now, right? So that is going to be my pocket. I am going to test this. Yep, it's going to fit beautifully. So now I can secure it. So look at that, made out of paper towel that you would have thrown in the garbage. I love that. You're wrapping presents. I love it. So who leaves their present wrapping till Christmas Eve? Anybody? We used to, right? When the kids were little. And I laugh because if you don't follow her, there's a lady on the Instagrams, on the gram, and it's called, her name on there is Better with Chardonnay. And I absolutely freaking adore her. And she did a video today, I think it was today or yesterday, where it's like she throws the wrapping paper on her island and she says, "This is me." While my husband is scrolling on his phone and she's doing all the Christmas wrapping. And I'm like, that was always me. Rich would come down and say, I'm here to help. And then he'd disappear and I'd look and he was in bed sleeping while I was wrapping all of the Christmas presents. You always leave it to the last minute. I'm behind the 8 ball. Where are you cruising? Mexico, the private island, Coco Cay. Right? Perfect day at Coco Cay. We're doing that. So I just Cozumel, Costa Maya. We just do it to get away. And I just figure the kids are getting older. It's a good opportunity for us to do a family trip. So we are doing that. I also booked one out of Puerto Rico because I just love it. And they had such good deals on Black Friday that I decided that I was going to do that one, just Rich and I. So look at this. I love it. So now we have these stars that will create, and because this is going in the sleigh, I can put all the dimension I want, right? All the dimension I want on these. Like, look how thick this one is. I love that, right? So this one, I believe, is going to be number 5. It's going to actually go behind this one. And what I love is it marries all of my favorite things doing this. Is I can do photos in here. They're kind of mixed media. They're altered. There's lots of dimension. Look at, I love this one. I'll go through them tonight when I'm done this card. But this one was the faux gift bag. How fun is that with a little Santa with a glitter beard? Right? these were our hand-drawn trees that we did. I want to do way more of that this year. I love to draw and I love to share it with you guys. So this is probably my favorite card out of the whole thing. I love it. Cruising is my favorite. Can't wait to cruise with you. Me too, Michelle. And we need to talk. We need to talk because I need to get information to Natalie. But I have to ask you questions because I don't know anything. So, you know, par for the course. Does that make sense? So I'm curling my little starfishies. And then, so the idea is, now what is number 5? What side's 5 going to go on? So 5 is going to go on this side. So I want to keep that in mind, right? But the idea is layering these. So do we want, maybe this one will be center stage and that like this, kind of dancing up the page. I don't want to cover my whole background. You just need to fussy cuss your trees. I love it. The gift bag's your favorite. Yeah, I do love that one too. Now I want this one. So this one for sure is going to be popped up. So let's do that. So just to give you an idea of what this is going to look like, right? Number 5 is going to go on here in this corner somewhere. Now it is very tonally the same. So I know that I will end up backing it on something. But this guy for sure is going to pop up. And I will also, when I'm not on camera, will find some other things that I want to layer with these, but just to give you an idea, right? And I'm totally okay if this is very tonally, like tone on tone. And then that guy will pop. And it's just going to be dancing stars. I'm just going to have some dancing stars on here. But I love that we made all of it, right? If you didn't have the same pattern paper or the same embossing folders, you still will have some kind of version of this, right? And then maybe one more. I like this. Ooh, this one too. And then anything I have left over, guess what I'm going to make? A bonus card. Hi, Tim. How are you? You need to cruise Route 66 from Chicago to the coast. Talk about a great scrapping opportunity. I'm still trying to get Deb to do a book. I love it. You love my sweater with my Santas? See you later, Michelle. Go get all that work done. And Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, my friend. And tell the family I said Merry Christmas. Send in Merry Christmas vibes. Okay. So you guys get where I'm going with this one, right? So I still need to finish it. I'm not going to do the whole thing on here because you guys need to sign off. You don't need to hang out with me for 28 hours. But this is going to be kind of the idea. And then I'm going to embellish it some more. But I need to play with it. These are things that I find are hard to do on the fly. Sometimes I need to sit and let it marinate. Right? Oh, I love that. Right there. I'm committing. See that right there? Let's commit that at least. Liquid glue. I'm going to use liquid glue on this because I'm gluing it to paper towel, right? Stop in Oklahoma. I'm just 30 to 40 minutes from Route 66. I love it. Remember, we've talked about that I need to take it on the road. One day I might be showing up at your house. Okay, so these are going to take a little while to adhere, but I like that very much. Very much. So I'm going to commit. Hi, Dawn. I said hi to you earlier, but you weren't here. Serenity and I are together for Christmas this year. I love that. Big hugs and love to both of you. Oh, I love you too. And very Merry Christmas, my friends. I am very happy that you guys are spending it together. That is the best. And thank you, Simon. Thank you, Simon. I was inspired by your amazing product. And you know, I love to mix mediafy things. We're going to commit some of this because I'm really loving it. So when that kind of came together, I'm like, okay, just go with that. So this is not high contrast. Like this is very tonally very soft, right? I actually like that kind of popped up. Yeah, I'm going to glue the bottom of it. So the whole background is a used paper towel that I sewed to my card. I need to get some more glue. But I would recommend using a wet adhesive because your tape runner will not glue to the paper towel. Okay. You could use glue stick, but you want it to be the consistency of snot. Like you want to put a huge thick layer of it on so that it will glue. Do you like that? The consistency of snot. I made Reese's fudge. Bring me over some, Val. I would love that. I would love that. Just finishing making 70 oh my goodness, Dawn, I would love your pierogies. Anyone out there, do you all know what pierogies are? Have you had pierogies before? I absolutely love pierogies with onions, fried sauteed onions and sour cream and bacon. Look how fun that is, guys. Can you see that? So I don't know how well this is showing up on the camera, but I will, like things I'm going to do is put some words on all of these, right? So to give you an idea, and then I will sign off for the night. This is going to go on something red or contrasty, a label or something, and that will be my number 5 on here. It will go like that. And then we will put something on here. Right? And then the other card is going to go on this base. And I'm going to just put some embellishment on it, right? So this will be a layer, very clean. And then I think I'm going to put 2 deer on here and build it up. So this will be the base for my number 8 card. We'll just have a mat with this lovely lunar paste. Can you, oh, look at the sparkle. Can you see that? Where's your crew starting from? Fort Lauderdale. Anybody in Fort Lauderdale? Oh, I love pierogi, right? I have to go film some videos for next year. Oh, I'm very impressed, Simon. Good for you getting ahead of the game. That is not what I tend to do. But thank you so much, my friend, for being here. Everyone, wish Simon a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, and a big thank you for this amazing product. Loving it. Going to be doing a lot more with it, Simon. But thank you, Mr. Hurley, for your lunar paste from Ranger. And thank you for Ranger for helping you develop such an amazing product. So thank you, my friend. I even sang for you and everything, Simon. Did you like that? See you later, friend. Okay, so we get where this is going, but I wanted to show you one thing before. So, you know, it's Vicky Booten and Simon Hurley at the party. Well, who do we need to invite is our friend Tim Holtz. So for sure, oh, and Heidi Swap, she can come to the party, and Symbol Stories. So, oh, and there's Vicky Booten. So when I finish this, oh, and of course 49th and Market, because I adore them. This might be perfect for underneath my 5. Hi, Yessie. How are you, Sugar Tart? Look at that. Might go under the 5 somehow, maybe. Right? Something like that. We might layer a couple things, but I love the little taggy. But you get, right, where we're going, picking up what I'm putting down. And then Mr. Holtz has all of these. I love these little words. We have the red pack. Let's find that. Where are you? There. Quote chips. One of my favoriteest things in the whole world. I would love that. I would love if Tim came and hung out with us. So let's throw some of these down. Let's throw them down because the red actually will work perfect in here. It's just the little thin ones I like scale-wise on here. Always believe. So I don't know if that's going to go up there because I'm not really digging that, but we will find something like that. But do you see? Right? We'll put something like that on here. I know that it is going to require, it's for me a little tonally is a little flat. Yeah, I didn't get to do his house tour. I will go back and watch because you know what Vicky was doing? Wrapping presents all day long. And because I did all these lives, I'm behind, right? I'm a little behind the 8 ball to get ready for tomorrow. So I'll have to go back and watch. But you get what I'm saying? I'm going to put some words and things on here. I might do some little strips. See, I love the width of that one, but it's too big. So I will go through these, and that's how I'm going to build. And that will have something behind it. But I want black. I need some black on here. I feel like black is where it's at. So I will end up looking through all of the things to find that little something, something that I require. And I will finish this up. Might be in here. We'll see. We will see, but I don't think so. But I will find something, maybe a tag for behind the number 5. And then I'm going to embellish this and I'm going to bling it the heck out. There's going to be a ton of bling on this one. And that's how I'll finish this card. Okay. So, see you later, Julie. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, my friend. But let's go through quickly before I sign off where we're at so far in the 12 cards, tags of the holidays that I have here. Okay. So card number 1 was the first thing that we did. And that was the hand-drawn trees, the doodle trees, which I really love with watercolor. Love, love, love how this card turned out, the contrast with the blue. So I'm finding maybe a little bit of navy and black on my star one that I was just showing you. I might really love that. So that was number 1. Number 2 was the faux gift bag, right? That I think is a great thing for gift cards, that you could create this to give away gift cards, because I know as the kids get older that you gift a lot of gift cards. So we made this little faux bag, and that's the front of tag or card number 2. Number 3 was from the gel plate. And then I put a layer of texture. So this is my gold paste. So the Creative Effects gold glaze. That is what is on this one. And the base was made from a gel plate print, which I absolutely love the art on this one, right? So that is this one with, look at, I put the little bubble gum like gems on the chipboard from Evergreen and Holly. Rub-ons, just layered some bits. This isn't finished, I don't think yet, but it's closer to finished. And then this was from Wednesday. So if you have not checked them out on vickybooten.com, there are free cut files. And this is what this was created from. These cut files, I collaborated with my friend Nicole Noasad from Just Nick Studios. And this is the tag that we used the negative of the dies of the cut files as stencils. And I stenciled the background and then made the base of this tag from that, and then added some of the dies or the cut files that we created on Wednesday on here. And then this was, I did for every technique, I did 2 variations. And this is another one of the doodled trees. And that is tag number 6, right? We did shaker boxes. And this was the snowman that I didn't absolutely love in the beginning, but I love how it turned out. So I didn't quit, wasn't a quitter, and ended up putting this together and love how it turned out. So this is tag number 7, and it's a shaker box with the Tim Holtz frames. I love it. It's not glued on here very well. I'll have to fix that. But love how that turned out. Some little chip or wooden snowflakes that I bought at the dollar store. And that is tag number 7, which is a shaker. Tag number 9 is the second version from Wednesday's cut file, the free cut file. And I just put it in a little envelope from the Evergreen and Holly ephemera pack, and then layered some Tim Holtz pieces and some pieces from Simple Stories. And that is tag number 9, right? And then tag number 10 is another shaker box. And this one was using the scrapbook.com layering dies. That is stocking, holiday stocking. And that's number 10, even though it looks like 2. And then the stars were cut from some of the gel plate prints. So I love that, right? And then number 11 was from the gift bag night live, where this one is a little present. They look like stacked presents, but it's also an interactive bit, right? That you can pull out. And then, like I said, you could glue the 2 pieces together to make a pocket, and you could put a gift card in the front of that as well if you wanted to, or make it just a little pocket with the fold out just by attaching those. So that's number 11. That'll have to tie that again. And I did take a barbecue lighter and just melted the ends of these so my ribbon won't fray with having to tie it and untie it. And this is number 12. That is not finished yet. And it is from gel plate, but I did it on vellum. So I am going to make some kind of background just using ephemera, but this will be the base of it. And I might sew it actually on the base. So what do I need to finish? I need to finish the star one, which is going to be number 5. And this one is going to be number 8. And I am going to create it from this tag. And it's going to go on the front or the back. I'm not sure yet. It's going to go on this side. And that will be number 8. And I will share them all with you guys when they're done. So that was our whole adventure, right? With 6 different lives that were based on holiday crafting. Now, what's fun is even though we use these all for holiday crafts, they could be used for any kind of crafts, right? The techniques will go over into any of your crafting. So I am hoping that as you hang out with me and learn, flipping the camera and dropping stuff, okay, friends? Here I come. Hi. I'm hoping that as you play along and learn the things, that you start to see that it's a suggestion. I lay out the technique, and you can use these multiple times with different colors, with different ephemera, with different techniques. So these should all be going into your creative toolbox. And starting in 2023, when I come back and we start talking about what our plans for creating for the new year, you all should grab a notebook while I'm away. Grab yourself a notebook, grab yourself some art journals, because I really want you to start now as you process all of this stuff and you try the techniques that you're going to make notes for yourself. So you're building on your knowledge of mixed media and artful techniques and really starting to build your confidence with doing the things. Because some of you guys who joined me at the beginning of the pandemic, who just found me because maybe you were lonely at home. We were all at home, right? just trying to find ways to survive and to connect. And you started doing these things with me. And a lot of you were like, I am not an artist. I don't like mixed media. I don't want to try it. Haven't tried it. Scared to try it. And something that I shared with you made you take the leap. And for some of you, man, you're swimming right alongside of me now. We're deep sea fishing, diving down there with all of the pretty fish, right? We're doing the things, whatever I'm trying to talk about. But you get what I'm saying is, we did the things, you tried the things. Next year, we're going to build on all of the things you learned and only make it better. And hopefully you teach me some new things too. But it's going to be awesome. I'm very appreciative of every single one of you who shows up, who supports me, who comments, you buy my kits, you do the classes with me, you show up on these Friday night lives. You literally are my friends. Like I very much feel that. If you ever meet me in person, and a lot of you guys that are out there you've met me in person, you get the same, maybe even crazier. Because right, no holds barred when we're out and can hug and laugh and do all the things together. So I am very, very grateful for everything that you have brought me this year. I want next year to be even better. We're going to make it even better. I know some of you are going to be on cruises with me. You're going to be on my online classes. We are going to meet in person at a couple of in-person events that I'm going to be doing this year. It's just going to get better. We're going to have so much to do, so much I want to share with you. I'm never going to run out of ideas. I just want you to know that, because I do this because I absolutely love it. And I feel like it's what I was put on the earth to do, is to make. And then I'm so happy that I've discovered that I also love to then share it. So thank you for allowing me this platform to do it, for showing up. I want you guys to have a very happy holiday, whatever holiday that you celebrate. If it's Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you're celebrating, just do the things that make you happy. Some of you are going to be surrounded by lots of family and friends. Some of you will have your fur babies with you. Some of you might be spending it alone. Sit and craft. Go back through the videos. Do something. Make your favorite food. Make it the best holiday that it can be. And I will see you in the new year, friends. We have lots planned. Again, the print shop event, if you haven't done one of those and you have a few extra bucks and you want to take that class with me, you will not regret it. We have so much fun. And I wasn't lying when I said, I have fuzz off my sweater, it's going to start choking me. I wasn't lying when I said that this print shop line is one of my favorite that I've ever created. So making with it was freaking amazeballs. So I can't wait to share that all with you. The album was almost done. I haven't even started the 10 layouts. All the product is laying there with it to do it. And then I have the cards to make. It's going to be so much fun. So definitely make sure that you watch for the newsletter that gives you the outline of when the 2 prep days are going to be in January. It'll be like the event is going to be the last weekend in January. So the prep days will be probably a week and a half, 2 weeks prior and a week prior. Like however I work it out. I like to try to do them on Sundays so everybody can make it. So we'll see how that works with scheduling. And the other thing I wanted to share, something just popped into my head and I lost it. So it's all coming, right? So thank you so much. Do not forget, I'm going to post the last giveaway. There are 6 giveaways on my Facebook artist page, not in the Facebook group, on my Facebook artist page. There's Tim Holtz giveaway. There is a Vicky Bouton's favorite things. There's a tool giveaway. Tonight's giveaway is going to be for a $200 gift certificate to vickybouton.com so that you can join in on Print Shop or the next event if you want to, or just shop when I stock the store up in January. It's going to be so much fun. And don't forget, I'm making plans for the mixed media stuff in the new year. I'm really thinking about doing some kind of year-long class that I make the classes for under $20, and it will be good, but it helps because This is a lot. Like doing these 2 lives per week, it's a lot of work. So I'm trying to figure out a way where I keep it where it's not too pricey, but it helps with me with the hours that I put into all of this stuff. That right, this is my main job. So just something that isn't too dear to the pocketbook, but will help me bring new content. And still, of course, the Friday Night Lives. I'll be here for free and doing all of that stuff. So with all of that being said, good night. Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve as well. And I will see you in 2023 with, so many new plans for the year. So I love you guys. If you need me, just comment in the Vicky Booten Creative Community group. That is the private group page on Facebook. And don't forget to enter in the giveaways. I will announce the winners in the description of each one of those posts. Okay, so that you can get in touch with me and then I can send all of the information out. And thank you to Natalie as well, who and my design team, all of my design team members, for being absolutely amazing this year, and especially Natalie, who really is so giving of her time and to help this community and help me. I very much appreciate you, my friend. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, a happy holiday, and we'll see you in 2023. Bye, guys. Oh, and I will post all the finished tags as soon as they're done. So we'll see you later, friends.